Hello, everyone. I don't know if this is working. Haven't done this in a while, but thought I would come on and say hi. It's number one, I got a really sweet comment today asking how I was doing. And number two, just randomly felt like going live. I would usually do a workout on Tuesday nights, but I've decided I'm going to do it tomorrow after I'm back from work. So, yeah, I'll just see if anyone comes in. I just shared this across my social media, so we'll see. I'm starting to lose a little bit of light, and I currently have this little guy on my lap, so I probably won't be live very long. But yeah, just wanted to say I'm still here. Um, there's been no content put out in a long time, and there's a reason for that. So, um, I just haven't been feeling it lately. I gotta be honest with everyone. I haven't been feeling it. I haven't felt like it for a couple of months. It's probably related to what's going on with the meditation stuff. I also have to admit, I had a lot of identity tied up in this whole YouTube thing, and with that kind of going with all of this, it's really hard to explain, but I don't really feel like making content on my migraines anymore. It's not that I have nothing to talk about, but it's just that the type of content that I was doing no longer feels authentic to what's meant to be right now. So it's one of the reasons why I just abruptly stopped. It just didn't feel right anymore. I also am not a huge fan of this vertical YouTube, but if somebody sees it and they're interested in the content, then great. I can't guarantee there's going to be much content put out. So why am I doing this? I don't really honestly know. Um I do want to talk a little bit though, I guess, about what's going to be happening in the next few months. So as things for me start to shift towards school starting, I probably will be starting to get into vlogs a little bit more. So I plan on actually sharing my life with becoming a pharmacy technician actually via vlogs. That's how I tend to do it. And it's going to be more of a creative outlet for me. But I also want to have this documented for myself. So, although the content will be helpful, hopefully, for those maybe looking for how you become a pharmacy technician, what is a pharmacy technician in Canada, because there's a lot of differences between what a pharmacy technician is in Canada compared to what a pharmacy technician is in the US. I want to showcase that and show maybe an possible expansion of the role even in the United States, what's possible for you guys, what you can do and all of that. I don't really know what the differences are, but I do know that the education and licensing is very different. So I'm going to be taking all of that through the next several months. That's probably not going to ramp up though until summer. So what I plan on doing actually when I get into summer is once I get have my schedule and all of that, I'll start sharing kind of live things that are going on with that. As of right now, things are starting to shift a little bit towards that, but not really. So with the pharmacy technician stuff for me, I'm still an assistant, but I am starting to have different things that I'm being shown. And that really hasn't, it's sort of started, but it's not started a whole lot. So maybe I might take a video and talk a little bit about it, maybe what I'm learning about. Recently, though, I've been just getting a lot of practice with non sterile compounding, doing that and which is great because it's one of my weaknesses actually. So using a knife like to make a compound, you wouldn't. It's actually kind of surprising how relaxing and meditative making a compound is. I'm just like I don't know why I enjoy this so much, but I do. So that's kind of what's going on with that part of my life right now. And partly one of the reasons why my content is suffering a little bit is because right now I'm sometimes doing multiple weeks in a row where I work Saturdays, and that means that I need to rest as much as possible. It's just a consequence. Like, I still deal and have to manage all of this chronic illness stuff around my work. And when it's not as consistent of a schedule, like, it's still consistent, it's still what I'm used to, but because it's more Saturdays now, it's a little bit harder on me because I don't have the same ability to like put out a video or make a podcast. I'm guessing actually what I might do for the next couple of months before this pharmacy technician stuff really kicks off is probably do this, where if I'm feeling it, if I'm not got a lot going on, I might go live just because it's easy content to do in the moment. And honestly, like, I can't even schedule anything anymore when it comes to video content just because I don't know whether in 20 minutes I'm even going to want to make a video. There'll be some times when me waking up and going, hmm, today would be a really good day actually to make a video. But you know what? I just don't like, and then by the time I'm done my meditation, that desire is gone. So that's just the way it is right now. And unfortunately, it means my content is suffering a little bit, but that's kind of what's up. So, how am I been doing? I got asked this question, how I've been doing. And the answer, I put a very simplified answer in as a reply, but I'm actually doing really, really, really well. I'm really, really happy. Things are kind of at a manageable pace right now, and I'm trying to enjoy that moment as much as I can because that's going to change once I start school. I think it's going to be a lot. I'm gonna be loving every second of it, I'm sure. I mean, it's hard to know. I'm sure there's gonna be some difficult times. It's post-secondary education, and there's going to be some difficult moments, but being that I already have gotten the experience that I have, I know that I absolutely love this. Now, with that is going to come extra added pressure because I know I want to do well. And there was already pressure when I was in my biochem degree and was like not hitting a certain level that I wanted to hit. And the stress and pressure on that was really hard. Excuse me. So, I can only imagine when it's something that, oh, this is what I really want to do, how much that's also going to factor into the stress. I don't know though. I feel stressed so much differently now. It's so nice with all of this work that I've been doing that my mind is no longer racing. I still feel the stress, like, I still feel it, but it's not like I'm constantly spinning on it. So that's really actually quite liberating. It's hard to explain, I guess, though, to somebody who might not have gone through that. So, anyways, yeah, it's been weird not making content though, and I miss it quite a bit, but on another hand, I really don't miss it. If I was to never make another video again, that's just how it would be. I know it's not gonna be like that though, because this is my creative outlet. I absolutely love the editing process, and making vlogs, I feel like, is the part where am able to get the most creative and all of that with actual content, so that's great too. But yeah, so, we're losing light really fast. Again, I've got this little guy on me here. But yeah, so wondering if I can maybe just, I don't have my gimbal or anything because I wasn't planning on doing this, so, but look at how cute he is. He's just snuggled right up. He's come on me a couple times during today while I've been off, so that's been nice. I don't know if you guys can hear him, but he's purring too. Say hi to camera, Kilo. But yeah, that's that's what's been up. So today I shared a post that I got a haircut. I'm absolutely loving it. It's a little bit humid, so it's been a little, I don't know, fuzzy, or maybe it's dry, I don't know. But it's been a little fuzzy, but it's so nice to have number one, the tangles out, but number two, my hair is so thick and I love having thick, long hair, but it gets to the point where I can like not even get a brush through it, and it's so painful. And my scalp is sensitive as it is because of the migraines and IIH. Like, so I wear really, really loose ponytails for a reason. It's not just because of the fact that I prefer them because they hurt, like there's less tension, but I just have trouble when my ponytail's too tight with my head hurting. So it's still a thing. But yeah, so as far as, migraines and all of that, I'm actually pretty honestly stable for spring. This is one of the best springs I've had. And I really honestly wonder if part of the reason for this is because that I'm doing my needle once every 4 weeks rather than once every 31 days. Now, I come into an interesting thing when it comes to going back to school. I'm actually going to have to turn on a light here. I'm sorry, Kilo. I got to get up for a second, buddy. I'm actually just going to turn on the light over here and see if I can get a little bit better of lighting. So, come over here for a second, maybe. Is that a little bit more? I don't know. Bear with me here. Um, so I I come into a little bit of a rough spot with the maybe I'm okay here. Maybe this will actually give me a little bit more light. Um, Also lifting up the blinds too will probably help. Put them down just so that the sunset didn't blind me. But anyways, um yeah, I was just trying to say I am getting into a rough spot here with my needle. One of the sacrifices I have to make in order to essentially have this, I guess it's ability to get a more training with this job, is that I unfortunately am going to lose my benefits. And I don't know what's going to happen with this, whether I will have health benefits through being a student, because there is some health benefits from being a student, but I don't know what's going to happen with this whole situation. But yeah, it's taking some sacrifice. It really is. So yeah, it's unfortunate. And with that, because if I'm paying out of pocket for it, I'm probably going to push it to 31 days. I know that it does work. It just starts to work a little less effectively with the 31-day window, or like the, yeah. So it's still technically doing it once a month, but it's not quite as effective as doing it every 4 weeks. I've found that since I've been doing this every 4 weeks, like with the Aimovig, that it's been really, really effective, and been really thankful for it actually, because it's what allowed me to get my life back. That with meditation. I really wish there was a way though that I could, not have to do the injection. I hate needles. I hate the fear that comes with it once a month. I hate the anxiety that comes with it, which there's not much anxiety anymore because I just kind of, it just happens. I don't know. There's very little thinking about actually giving myself the needle now. Like, I used to specifically do my Aimovig needle in the morning because then it was done and over with. I didn't have to think about it the rest of the day. However, ever since this change in the way I perceive everything, I just kind of do it whenever. It's usually in the evening, right around supper, actually, dinner in the United States. So my last meal of the day, essentially. So yeah, but that's kind of what's going on. Can't believe I've been ranting for like 15 minutes already when I had like nothing to talk about, because that's how it's been lately. So yeah, I don't really know what else to say. I could sit here in silence and stare at the camera, because, that's a thing. But I won't. Oh, man. So, overall, how this question is, how am I doing? I'm doing so well right now. And one of the reasons and ways you can tell how well I'm doing is my lack of presence on social media. Because when I am feeling my best and doing my best, I often don't share much of that. And it's kind of strange because there's often so much perfection in the moment that there really isn't anything to talk about. So it's just like, well, I'm just kind of, and thing is the things are happening the same every day, like pretty much. So like I go to work, I come home, and that's pretty much all I do because that's my energy expenditure for the day. Although I do have to admit that ever since I've increased my workout frequency and been pushing a little bit to get in workouts after work, that I've been doing quite well with not struggling with that part of it. So I can actually go to work even now for an 8-hour day, come home, after a couple hours of rest, do a workout. I mean, that's it. That's all I can do. But it's actually increased my stamina a little bit even beyond where it used to be because of being in better shape. So that's another reason why I do workouts. It has nothing to do anymore with weight or all of that, although it does allow me a little bit more of a buffer with eating, like with how much I eat and all of that. But it's got nothing to do with weight anymore. It's more about increasing my stamina, being in better shape, and that allows me to do more and be more productive during the day. So, I guess that's another update is that I've been successful with getting in workouts, sticking with my workouts and all of that. Not so much lately, although I do actually tend to take a break once a month around the time that I've got my period just because I am a lot more sensitive during that time. It's not that I don't believe in working out or all of that during period. I mean, if you can handle it and you feel great, go for it. But for me, I with the frequency and increase in migraines and just inflammation overall, it's a no-go. And actually even a couple days before I start, it can be a no-go. I can actually physically feel it, and so it's important that it's basically about listening to your body and like I know that phrase is way overused in woo-woo communities, but it's like you you listen to how you feel in the moment and go by that essentially. So yeah, I don't know. I don't really have much else to talk about. Another beautiful sunset here. I'm not going to turn the camera just because I don't want people looking out my front window for privacy reasons on here, so I won't do that. But yeah, it's another beautiful sunset. So looks like the sky is completely cleared off too. So that's pretty nice. Pretty nice. So I hope you guys are all doing well. Feel free to share how you're doing in the comments if you want to and all of that. I hope you guys are doing okay. I know for me, this time of the year is the hardest when it comes to like how my migraines are overall. I love spring because of everything coming back to life, seeing things green up, having flowers blooming eventually, all of that. But when it comes to like the ups and downs of the temperature swings that we can get here and the spring storms, let me tell you, it can be a very awful and painful time. So If you're struggling with that yourself, I feel you a lot. So I'm just lucky, basically. Well, lucky, fortunate. I don't really know all of the words to say, but it's, I'm very fortunate to be in the position that I'm in. So, yeah, I don't know though. I think that's kind of where I'm going to end it. It's kind of the update. I guess if you're interested, feel free and are enjoying the content, you kind of want to see my journey becoming a pharmacy technician, or you want to see, or you enjoy my content with IIH and migraines, trust me, that's not going to stop. It's not going to stop. It's just not going to be the focus anymore. It's not going to be like the main focus of the channel. But if you're interested in that and want to dive deeper in and you enjoy the videos, feel free to subscribe and like and all of that lovely stuff. And share the videos with people you care about so that raising awareness and we can actually maybe showcase what happens when you have access to a good preventative migraine medication. Like, I'm a prime example of how you can become someone who is not functioning at all to someone who is doing really well because of having access to a good preventative. I mean, I've done more than that, but it's the main focus essentially. So, yeah, again, if you want to follow me on social media, you can find that in the links on my page. And that's it for now. So, thanks for joining me, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye, everyone. I gotta figure out how to end this now.